Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Daab, Diamond Dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Today is Friday, actually. It's Black Friday. Hope your Thanksgivings were excellent. Today's topic, if you enjoy it, you know what to do. Join the family with a subscription. Doesn't cost anything. Hit the like button and send comments. We're going to talk about an extension of what we started to talk about yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about holiday season and how do we cope with the stress of things. Today, we're going to talk about how do we deal with traveling. How do we deal with traveling with chronic pain? Well, there are a lot of obstacles to travel, let's face it. Anxiety, a flare-up of your symptoms, delays, all kinds of other considerations. We've got to take steps to think about a plan to really meet those challenges, kind of a roadmap based on our individual problems. So, because pain's a constant companion, it requires the same attention whether you're home or traveling. In fact, when you're traveling, you got to prepare with more for the unexpected. Prepare to minimize the consequences of things that happen when you travel. The goal, obviously, is to make plans in mind that cover chronic pain. It's the same as it would be for anyone to have a relaxing and enjoyable experience traveling. However, our plan on how to reach that goal is very different because our travel companion is chronic pain. When you're planning a trip or for a trip, there are very, very important points to consider. Will we want to keep to our usual routine? Yes, as much as possible. You must find out if the hotel, Airbnb, wherever you're staying, has the comfort items you need to make life bearable. Some of those things we can accomplish in short term. Some of them have to be implemented over the long term. Some might be universal. The plan is to identify the goals and then to have longer term goals like arranging with your physician before you travel what medication you have to have or what medical facilities are at your destination. So you've got to understand the specifics of your traveling arrangements. You've got to understand if it's actionable. Is it something you can physically do? And are you comfortable with it? If it meets all those things, then it's time to get excited. And we need to understand if we're visiting family, you can be very excited to have a fun time, but you're not going to zip line or climb big stairs. You're not going for the hike. No more throwing football. Considerate of the pain source. If you have a back problem, by golly, stay off your feet. Don't be standing in the kitchen on holiday talking. Go to a comfortable chair. Bring your TENS unit with you. Bring a healthy snack with you. Bring all the things you need, your medicine, your prescription medicine, all the things you need to handle an attack. And you know what I'm talking about in terms of an attack. Have a plan up front with the traveling companion. Discuss it with your pain. Set your limits. They're critical. But you have to expect to be flexible. Some of these goals during the traveling and even with the chronic pain involve bob and weave, nip and tuck, left and right. Pain and all of its side effects, like no energy, poor sleep, it demands that we go with the flow, and so should our travel plans. If we're rigid and think we can't change, you're not going to be able to do the trip. Because when symptoms flare, we know that it's important to be flexible. That is the number one first step. Get on that plane, get back home as fast as you can. If you can't get back home, if you're not well enough, if the pain's too much, get to a hotel room, get to a bed, lay down, get ice on it. You got to be practical because poor planning can lead to feelings of inadequacy and really mess with emotional balance during the holidays, especially about travel. We must remember how we plan for our daily needs at home and prepare for those daily needs when we travel. Believe me, we can find all the joy and rewards that travel provides even with our daily requirements. What we have to do is we have to get ahead of things instead of trying to clean up the mess behind. What do I mean by that? Contact your airlines, contact your hotel or the Airbnb people or the other travel vendors you're going to use before you go. Make sure you have a seat on that airplane that's comfortable to get in, like either an exit row or an end seat or a first class seat. In the hotel, you might even want to be on the first floor so you don't have to get and walk or take elevators and go down long halls. If you book through a third-party website, you need to call the hotel directly. In fact, it might be better for people like us to book a hotel directly, even though there are travel sites, so we can confirm and make sure that our particular needs are going to be met. You got to remember that your car should have adjustable steering in and out, and maybe even power seats, maybe even a roomier car. Pack accessories to maximize your comfort, like your neck cushions, your lumbar support, special pillow, special socks even, TENS unit. Organize your travel plans according to your constant companion's needs. Chronic pain. If you're traveling by car, by golly, you better have places to stop every hour or so. If you're on a train, hop on and off every couple hours, even sooner. If you're by plane and you book a non-stop flight, maybe what you want to do is convince yourself somehow to get up during the flight and stretch, just so you can walk. If you typically feel pain in a particular time of the day, like the morning or the night, maybe book your travel the opposite, the time you would normally feel better during the day. Your pills, your vitamins, your medicines, at least a week, maybe more, in advance. Start counting out your medicines to make sure you're going to have enough for the duration of your trip. By the way, I always carry either a 3 or a 5 day extra supply, and I traveled plenty. I traveled for 35 years, and you're always going to have that need to, oh my gosh, I got to take a different flight. Well, that screws up everything if you only counted enough pills for the day you're supposed to be out. Take extras. You also have to remember that chronic pain means fatigue. And if you fatigue easily, you've got to talk to your family members. You can go to festivities, you can participate in certain things, you can shake a hand or whatever you want to do, but you can't go jogging, you can't go running, you can't even go swimming. You've got to remember that your body is not your friend right now. And chronic pain means trying to maintain a healthier lifestyle in the face of the holiday, with all the comfort food, all the extra alcohol, all the sweets, all the drugs. You see, this is about managing something. You got to get in control of this one. This is not something that you can say to yourself as you're driving to the airport, well, let's see now, do I have everything I need for my chronic pain? No. No. You must start weeks before you take your trip. And if you're going on a longer trip, longer than a week, let's say, you might even need to enhance the things I've just talked about. The further you get away from your doctors, the further you get away from the care you are used to, you must make contingency plans. Let's take our diamond dab. If you enjoyed today's discussion about how do we deal with chronic pain with traveling, hit me up with a subscription. Send a comment, and by all means, hit that like button. This has been the Real Senior Stoner. And I think it's a really important topic right around now. Mrs. Stoner and I went around the block, went to the park with Sugar, very cold, no cars. Everybody's gone. Everybody's somewhere. So, happy holiday, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you got some great deals on Black Friday. Let's enjoy our discussion dab of the day now. Now we're going to watch the vapor rise inside the dab. I like watching the vapor rise in the open glass compartment above the atomizer. It's very cool to see the vapor rise. Not a lot of devices have that feature. So you actually get to watch and enjoy as it comes to life, as the machine begins to give you your medicine that we all so desperately need. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, everybody. Happy Black Friday, and thanks for joining me.